Hello students, already we have finished our first chapter, that is reproduction in organisms, as you can see, and I have already asked you to visit to the site of NCERT. This is ncrtnic.in and download your PDF of class 12th biology. Now it goes without saying that you prepare your notes, note down your questions which we can discuss in the class. Be regular with your assignments. Fine. So today in this lecture 4 we are going to start our new topic, that is reproduction in flowering plants, isn't it? So let's see first. Already in class 11th in detail you have read about plant kingdom and you are aware with the structure of a flower. It's just a repetition. So you can see here is the sepal, and these are the various parts of the flower, that is your petals, and this is your filament, and this is your anther, which forms your male part, that is stamen, and the female part is your ovary, which you can see here. This is your style, and this is your stigma, which forms collectively your pistil, isn't it? So the pre-fertilization event which we have talked in the first chapter, it consists of what? Consists of formation of gametes. So firstly we are going to see the formation of male gametes. So where is male gamete formed? All of you know it is formed in the anther, isn't it? Now these anthers are also known as microsporangium. These terms are already have read in detail in class 11. Therefore I am asking you to refer to your class 11th again and again. Fine. Now if you look at the anther, this is the structure of your anther, isn't it? Can you see it's bilobed structure, isn't it? And it is by the stalk it is connected with the flower, isn't it? Now if you look at this, it consists of two lobes, and each lobe has got two chambers. Can you see? Isn't it? Therefore you can see they have got two chambers, and inside these chambers are formed what? Your pollen grains, isn't it? Now this is what? This is your structure of your what? Anther, or you can say microsporangium, isn't it? Now we will see about the different layers. Let's see the different layers of your microsporangium. So it consists of an outer layer, which you can see is your epidermis. Then it has got an inner layer which we call as endodermis, and it has got a middle layer. Fine. And the innermost layer, which is with green pen color, which you can see, is called as what? Tapetum. So basically if you look at epidermis, endodermis and middle layer, isn't it? Their main function is what? Their main function is the outer three layers, that is your epidermis, endodermis and your middle layer. They are basically involved in what? They are involved in protection and the release of pollen grain, isn't it? This process technically we call it as what? Dehiscence, isn't it? So they are involved in protection and dehiscence. And if you look at this tapetum, tapetum, it nourishes your developing pollen grains. So what does this tapetum does for you? It nourishes the developing pollen grain, and inside the tapetum it's a yellow color. Can you see that? That is forming your what? Sporogenous tissue. Okay. Now let's see formation of male gamete is called as what? It's called as microsporogenesis. What do we call it as? Microsporogenesis. Microspore is what? Your male gamete. Formation of male gamete is called as what? Microsporogenesis. So the complete definition goes like this: formation of pollen grains from pollen mother cell, which is acting as your pollen mother cell, your sporogenous cells that I colored with yellow color, isn't it? So this pollen mother cell, which is your sporogenous cells, they undergo what? They undergo meiosis. And they form what? Your microspore. That is your pollen grain, isn't it? And so this is called as microsporogenesis. Now let's see how the pollen grains are formed. So I have tried to explain you in a very simple manner. You have read about cell division, therefore I am repeatedly saying you people that these chapters of class 11th are very important. Okay, so pollen grain, it represents your male gametophyte. Already in class 11 you have read all these terms. What is a male gametophyte? Your basically haploid stage, they represent what? Your gametophyte stage, isn't it? So what happens? Let's move on. This microsporogenesis, pollen mother cell. I'm using this short term, already I have mentioned it here. You can see here pollen mother cell, PMC, isn't it? Now your sporogenous cells, they act as what? Pollen mother cell. Say they undergo meiosis 1. Already you know that meiosis is divided into two substages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. By meiosis 1, what is happening? You are getting 2 cells. And then by meiosis 2, you are getting what? 4 cells. And they basically exist like this, like macrospore tetrad. Can you see? 4 cells are there in a tetrad condition. Okay? And these microspores are what? Your male gamete, isn't it? Now, what we are going to see, that how these microspore, they mature into a pollen grain, isn't it? So when you see this powdery, dusty structures, na, when you touch a flower, it comes on your hand. That is your pollen grain. That is your male gamete. So let's see about the next thing is that is your maturation of pollen grain. So microspore is maturing into what? Pollen grain. So you can see the size of the microspore is quite small, and it has got 2 layers. What is those? Exine and intine. Exine is made up of what? Sporolinin. What is sporolinin? Sporolinin is the hardest substance. So it acts as a protective covering. So it helps to withstand temperature, acid, various conditions it can exist. Okay. So intine is formed of what? It is formed of cellulose and pectin. So it has got 2 layers. And you must have heard about this germ pore. I don't know. This germ pore is what? It's a region from where your pollen tube germinates, isn't it? And at those regions you will find that your exine is absent. So from where exine is absent, then from there your pollen tube germinates, isn't it? Now what happens? You can see this microspore grows in size. Okay. Now it undergoes what? Mitosis. Why I have written? Because it undergoes mitosis division, and mitosis, you know what is happening. Your 2 cells are formed. So it is first, it's dividing once. Okay. So once it is dividing and giving rise to what? 2 cells. And but the cells are not separated. They are within that microspore. So within that exine it is there. So you can see there are 2 cells, vegetative cell and a generative cell. Now this vegetative cell, what it will do? It will lead to formation of your pollen tube, isn't it? And now this generative, and mostly you will see that pollens are shed at this 2 cell stage. Fine. And in some cases you will find, or at the when the pollen lands on the stigma, then what happens? This 2 cell stage undergoes and forms 3 cell stage. That is what is happening? Mitosis 2. That is again mitosis is going to happen. So this is again mitosis is going to take place here. So second time mitosis is taking place here. And what happens? Mitosis is taking in which cell? Only in generative cell. So generative nucleus divides and gives you 2 to generative cells, isn't it? So this is called as your third cell stage. And vegetative cell basically gives rise to what? Gives rise to your pollen tube. And these generative cell nuclei, they function as what? As your male gamete. So they go and fertilize with your egg. So which we will see in the next class. I hope things are clear. If not, please note down the question. We can discuss it. Thank you.